Alright everybody, welcome back to some more Sercacraft. It is I, Xilestar, and today we're going to be continuing on with our Nether adventures. I have also found my Nether portal, and I have taken a picture of its coordinates. But I'm also going to get video evidence of it too, so that I can know for a fact where it is. Alright, there we go. Alright. So. Hello. So we're going to be doing our Nether adventure, pretty much. I just went back, got a bunch of rockets, pretty much, and we're on our, well, I should probably just unplug this right now, just because it's in the way, and let's be on our merry way, and let's go continue exploring. So we're going to find any more Nether fortresses, and or finding out if there's any more bastion remnants around. While talking about other stuff, I think I've already talked about this in another series, but just in case none of those watchers pretty much watch this, pretty much. If you have, you can kind of like just ignore me right now and continue on with what you're doing. Meanwhile, just praising the game's audio on my end. Anyway, so like earlier this week, is a little bit off-screen-ish kind of thing. I ended up finding out that my microphone does have the capabilities of. Oh, I don't have the thing, okay. I found that my microphone does actually have capabilities of being able to have some form of noise suppression, but for some reason, mine just wasn't doing it for whatever reason. So I did a little bit of search, and I found out that I needed to have a certain, like sort of like a separate application to turn it on. Now, back before I even started the channel, so back during like June of 2020 or July, one of the two, I actually originally had this software. I downloaded it, got it installed. Ooh, we got another Bastion Remnant, nice. Found a new one. Hasn't been looted at all. That's good. Either that or I missed a few things. Seems kind of weird. Anyway, so I originally had this software, and I was testing around with the microphone with it, but unfortunately, the only thing that this software was able to do was nothing really at all. The only thing that this software would end up doing, like in my sort of like way of kind of remembering it, was that it was only allowed to change like the like what the microphone volume is, and it also would have changed like if you were to connect like headphones to it, because it has a headphone jack, what volume that would be at, and that's it. That's all that this microphone had for those settings. And I thought, well, that's kind of really weird, because I thought that this one has a like two modes. It's got like a sort of, well, I consider podcast mode, which is pretty much like it'll take audio from all different like directions pretty much, and then it has what I would have what I thought was the correct one, which is apparently called cardioid, where it will only take audio from a certain source, like like that's directly like across from it kind of thing, like, or directly in front of it, I guess is more to be accurate. So I thought, hey, that's perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. So when I heard that this microphone had that, I was like, perfect. That's exactly what I'm looking for. Because the one I had before was, sure, perfect at certain points, but like it would still grab audio from different sources. So when I downloaded this software originally, it didn't give me much options. So about a month or about either a couple weeks or about a month after I had it installed and downloaded and all that stuff, I decided to uninstall it because it really wasn't really doing much for me. So I decided to remove it, because why would I keep software that doesn't actually work the way that I wanted it to? So I left it alone and kept the microphone as it is at 80% volume for the microphone portion, and that was it. Now, cut back to about we'll say Monday. I'll say Monday as as the earliest, because it might have been either Tuesday or Wednesday kind of thing. But we'll say Monday. So Monday I found out that while I was looking for a different microphone that I could definitely get a hold of, I found out that anytime I looked at the best microphones, or like, you know, like those kinds of like clickbait titles kind of thing, like the best microphones for like setups like mine, this one was one of the ones that kept popping up for like low footprint on your desk, but also being able to do that. And I thought, well, they're just a bunch of liars, because it's not doing that for my desk. And then I found out that it only does it if you have the software. So I go, oh, you know what? Fine. Maybe it's a setting that I missed, or something like that, or maybe it got an update when I wasn't paying attention or something like that. I don't know. So as soon as I get the software back installed on my PC, it says, oh, your microphone has a new firmware update. And I thought, okay, that's kind of weird. I don't know why that's occurring now, but okay, whatever, install that. And now, all of a sudden, now that that's installed, I'm able to now be able to noise suppress everything that I pretty much want. Why, like, Windows Update is not allowed to do this, or why anytime I try and tell my computer to scan for hardware updates, doesn't do anything, but okay, whatever, you know? You can do whatever you want, I guess, computer. Especially piss me off, you can do that too. So now I'm able to technically suppress like fan noise and stuff like that. I don't know how effective it is, but based off of what I can see in the in OBS, I can definitely tell you though that it does look like it's actually working very well. Because based off of what I can see, it's pretty darn good. So without any noises, and without my window being open, my fan on, and like my door closed, right now it's open, I get around negative 50 decibels with nothing going on. I get negative 50 decibels already being achieved, and the lowest that it can go, according to OBS at the very least, or what it'll tell me, is negative 60. So by the time me not even talking, you're already hearing negative 50 decibels of whatever's going on. And that's before I got the new desk. So it's like, so what really did change when I got the new desk? Your guess is as good as mine, because I thought that it would change a little bit, but it didn't really. But you know what though, I gotta say though, without the new desk, I'm glad that I would have figured this, that I wouldn't have figured it out that it was just this. It also made me figure out something else off screen too, but I don't think that's something I want to say out loud kind of thing, or I want to say it on the channel, for the record. So like, I'm just gonna leave that to myself though. But I'm very angry though that it wasn't the solution that I thought it was. But I will say what I did think it was. So what I originally thought, what the problem was that the desk that I originally had before this one was, I wouldn't say cheap, because it was a decent chunk, but it was enough that like it got it off, like it got the ball rolling kind of thing. So I originally had a desk that I bought for about $100. I think it was about $100. Like $100 US, but it was like a little bit more of because of where I live, and it was a pretty decent desk. It was more of like a, I don't know how to kind of phrase it that makes more sense to me, but like it's more of a student desk kind of thing, where it's got two different elevations, which I got so used to. Now that my monitor's on the same level as my keyboard and mouse, I feel very weird. So it's I'm so used to the monitor being on a different elevation that now that it's on the same level as it, it's like, whoa, I feel like I just shrunk a few inches, like a few feet kind of thing. It's like, ugh. But yeah, but because I got so used to that, it's, anyway. So I thought that because the desk was, again, not cheap, but like, again, like it was, I guess you could say, cheaply made. So I thought that maybe that was the reason, because every time like I would give a little bit of force onto the desk, which is why most of my like a lot of the times like I say like, oh yeah, my like thing is this, like where I like to jump a lot. I think in Oblivion in particular, I was like, oh yeah, I'm a jumping spell sword, but yet like you would barely see me ever jump, and that's because when I jump, I forcefully hit the space bar because I'm trying to jump. And of course, with that, I am not actually like jumping, and so it's like, are you sure you're the jumping spell sword? Because you're not really jumping. Well, if I was jumping, you would hear the microphone vibrate because apparently that desk wasn't really stable. This one isn't either, but I think now it's more so the stand than the desk itself because the desk doesn't actually move. I think now it's just a microphone stand. It's just not. It just wasn't stable. Either it wasn't stable in the first place, or it's because I ruined it at some point because I originally tried to attach it somewhere else, so it was away from the computer itself, but I could bring it to me. And I think I ruined it because this microphone stand is a clamp that you can clamp to your desk. Unfortunately, I think I tried to clip it somewhere, but it couldn't handle it being reached far, so it started tearing away the little foam pads that it came out of. So right now it has like a little bit of a little tear, like a little tear in the middle of the, I think it's the top pad, I think. Now I could replace it, but like the pad itself, but I think it would just be easier just to replace the stand. I didn't pay a lot. I think I paid like almost like, I think it was like $15 American for it. So it's not like it's a lot anyway. Like the microphone costed more than the stand itself. Ooh, we got a lot of blazes here. Nice. Nice. Anyway. Unfortunately, trying to like see where everything is a bit hard when you can't really mark your way around. Yeah, so I'm still waiting for some kind of news about Minecraft 1.20. I mean, if it's not going to happen, I'm just going to end the series early. Because, like, it's not that I'm tired of Sercacraft. Like, this whole version was mostly just, like, me just exploring the deep dark. And just trying to see, like, what the new biomes looked like and stuff like that. Like, it wasn't really meant to be like, oh, yeah, it's going to take, like, 7 million sessions in order to go do everything in 1.19. And have it completely done. Are you wearing a... Oh, you were wearing a wizard. Well, that's kind of weird. That was probably like one of the best like piglins you could have found because like it can actually pick up items and wear them. But yeah, I don't really care that much. But yeah, so I'm still trying to do some experiments, in particular with the noise suppression. Now, this version of Sercacraft in particular will not have the sort of like the noise suppression. That'll be in the next version, because this version already has like this sort of configuration already set up. The only thing that's different now is that instead of the microphone volume being at like what the software records as 50, which is kind of weird because to my knowledge it shouldn't be at 50, it should be at 80, which is what it is now. What I had set originally beforehand. So yeah, so like that was a little bit weird. Okay, I'm trying to find... Like some cool extra spots that we can go and explore a little. Ooh, another Bastion Remnant. Ooh, we got another Remnant. You can probably say that this is like a forge area kind of thing, but this could be like something else. Oh, is this the same Bastion Remnant they keep going back to? We can find out real quick. I mean, there shouldn't be any, like, gilded blacks. Oh, maybe it's a new one. I don't know. Maybe all of them just, maybe some of them just look identical to one another. What is this? Oh, chiseled polished. Oh, that's cool. It's like the chiseled stone brick. Okay, well, we can find out what's in that chest. If it is the same as always, then that's going to be really sad. Okay, let's see what we got here. Yeah, kind of figured it's the same. Alright. Just trying to find a different area in particular. Trying to find different areas that you haven't really explored is kind of difficult when all of them are pretty much like gatekept by like a